was here. We were just doing
episode 2. This is what it is. Mustafar Manifesto, episode 2. Attack of the Clones. But that's not the topic of today. We're gonna talk about actually the holiday special, not the old original holiday special, but the new Lego holiday special.
baby. Oh yeah, it was good. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. It was freaking fun.
first time through, I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Oh yeah, and it is not the holidays. But I thought I thought we should
That's
watch
fine.
it though. Mostly, the only reason I thought we should watch it is because Mandalorian season 2 finale and this are like the two newest pieces of Star Wars content that we even have.
Yeah, I
So,
guess so. I mean, that's kind of where I was with it, where I I watched it actually for the first time just this week, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
It has to be at least better than the original.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Lego, and I love Lego. Shout out to Lego. If you ever want to sponsor us, I'll 100% sell out to you. But that's beside the point. They actually did pretty well with it.
Yeah, dude, it was fun. I was thinking too, it's one of the first thing I wrote down in my notes is that it's the only thing we have right now that's post Rise of Skywalker.
It is post Rise of Skywalker, yeah.
Yeah. And it will probably be the only thing we have post Rise of Skywalker for a while.
Most likely. But it did, show a nice little bit of like trying to train Finn.
Yeah.
Which I thought was actually pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that they actually built off the Finn being like force sensitive and stuff.
So
I just didn't expect it.
I'm curious, did they is that the same little practice ball from like when Luke was training?
The OG
on the
one. It's just been in the freaking storage container of the Millennium Falcon
old
since day
enough
one.
that it probably could have been.
Well, Finn just sliced it in half.
I mean, yeah, well now it's gone.
Killing more of the original that we love. No, I'm just kidding.
I like the whole real start of it, like where they do the whole Star Wars transition of all the different helmets. I liked how they made that Lego.
Yeah, the new LucasArts logo.
And I enjoyed the little like Jedi book to start of it. It reminded me of like one of the old like stop motion like 60s and 70s Christmas movies.
Sure, yeah.
And Yoda narrating was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that when I first heard it come up. I was like, oh hey, that's cool that they decided to do Yoda.
A very merry holiday we will have. Yeah, we got and he was Qui-Gon in that one scene.
Was he Qui-Gon?
Yeah, he was like Tom Kane, he does Admiral Yularen and Yoda.
Oh yeah.
And he was Qui-Gon, he's like, Obi-Wan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another thing I loved was just that they brought back all the Clone Wars voice actors.
Yeah,
that was fun.
that was when they did. I mean, I even liked the prequel references that they threw in there for it because just watched literally episode 1 and now going through the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And one thing I thought was kind of interesting and going towards, I guess, the sequel trilogy where Rey just decides to well, I guess doesn't decide, but she reads all the Jedi texts like Luke did. And I was kind of hoping that they'd throw in like that whole Yoda line again of page turners. They were not.
Wow. Yeah. I was thinking too, if everything she's learning about teaching being a Jedi is from those Jedi texts, won't it just eventually lead up to exactly the same kind of Jedi order that they had in their prequels that failed?
Yeah,
rather than what Luke's Jedi Order would have been more. I mean, I guess we don't know how intense Luke was about it, but it seemed like he was always a little more.
I mean, well, if you just go off of
lenient.
just kind of like how Luke was even from the original trilogy, he was like especially in Jedi, he really started to like use more dark side stuff, but he was pretty much balanced with it. He was like, yeah, hey, I'm learning the Jedi ways, but like maybe I'll have to fuck someone up.
Like a true samurai.
Yeah. He started to gain that fear behind him where the Empire could eventually be like, Oh no, that's Luke Skywalker. I don't want to fuck with him.
All right, so here's a question: is it canon, and does it matter?
I was actually wondering that too, and I actually kind of wanted to look it up before this, but I kind of forgot. And I'm actually kind of curious if this actually is canon, because I would kind of like to have it be canon, but the original holiday special isn't canon.
Is it not
I don't think it
technically?
is. I think even George Lucas was like, "Yeah, I'm
No, get
not
it
gonna
out of
make
here.
this.
No
I'm not
more.
gonna make this canon."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. And I get because if they do world between world stuff at some point, and they start having these like alternate timelines
I mean, they had something kind of like
of
that
stuff like
in.
that, then this could exist in some sort of reality
I
of
mean, but
stuff
they
that
did.
happened
Didn't they do stuff like that also in Rebels?
where they had alternate timelines, like
Yeah, or
literally.
I mean, like the whole like fourth dimension with like where Ezra and Ahsoka go to, and Palpatine just does force fire at them.
I think that was more like walking between. I mean, I don't know. We don't really know much about it, do we?
Yeah,
Potential
I
there
mean,
for.
there's a lot that they could do with it, which a lot of stuff that they could add upon Star Wars. They could pull so much from Legends that everybody wants.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed was that when Rey gave Finn. Oh, let's see here. Okay, I just looked it up. To go back to is it canon? Uh, the holiday special is not canon.
Oh, okay. You just looked it up.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. That's fine
The
though.
old one's not canon.
No, the new one isn't
Oh,
canon.
it's not canon.
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, what you gonna do? It was fun anyway.
but one thing I noticed is that uh, Rey gives Finn a wooden sword
Yeah.
or wooden lightsaber, just like with Ezra and Sabine when they both first started to learn how to use the lightsaber from
Kanan.
Kanan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He gave him wood lightsabers at some point during the
yeah,
training.
at the start he was like, yeah, hey, use these. And even when Ezra was teaching Sabine, Ezra
Was
gave
that was season 3, right? Like the end of
something
season
like
3, or
that.
it's been a while since I've seen
Yeah,
like the end of season 3 and
and
the beginning
like
of
they
season
didn't
4.
really learn how to use a lightsaber well until they actually had the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Which I mean, granted, because like from what everybody says, just from passing in Star Wars, the lightsaber feels a specific way and it's different. So let's see. What notes?
Oh no, it's McClunky.
Yeah, they they threw McClunky in again,
We got a
which
McClunky.
uh, what was it? They also did that in Mando. So originally
There's a
showed up.
McClunky in Mando?
Yeah, they talk about it in the second galleries, where I think it's
Oh,
Jon
what Favreau
Favreau.
really wanted to put it.
Yeah,
Is it like in the background in the end or
yeah, he
something?
put it in
Yeah.
like a background, like with a mixture of text, and he
Yeah.
was like, somebody says McClunky, in actually the season 2 finale.
That's
They say
hilarious.
McClunky in the season 2 finale, which is like a whole total throwback. Because it was one offline in just A New Hope.
Right, but only in the new, like the Disney Plus version of A New Hope, right? Like they put it
Is it?
in during the Disney Plus version,
I
and
thought it
then they
was in
like
the
took it out
original. It
again.
was along with I thought it was with Greedo's whole lines that he does, but I could be
It's not
completely
in like the
wrong.
DVD releases, I don't think. Like from the 2000s.
See, I don't think I've actually watched those. Again, the only versions I have are the original cuts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the only ones I saw were the.
Which, speaking of the original cuts, to get off track real
Yeah.
quick, in one of the shows I've been watching, Comic Book Guys, or Comic Book Men, sorry, by Kevin Smith. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
James Silent Bob, all that. Somebody brought in the Laserdisc set of the original trilogy of Star Wars, uncut. So the only two ways that you could watch the original uncut altered versions of the original trilogy is on VHS of the original cuts of them, or with a laser disc.
Hmm.
Obviously, it's a lot harder to get a laser disc nowadays than a VHS. So, shoot for that. But to get back to the McClunky thing is, it's now showed up in 2 references that, like, is only for, like, I guess would be real, just, like, background knowing Star Wars
Yeah,
fans.
yeah. Just for fun, just for fun.
I was gonna say, when I first watched this, because I watched it after watching The Rise of Skywalker, where if you see, they alter Poe's character a little bit. Throughout all of the sequel trilogy and even this one, it's slightly altered because he had a set kind of character in The Force Awakens,
Right.
and then it changed to like, I don't know. I didn't really like his character change in uh, The Last Jedi. Then they tried to kind of fix it in The Rise of Skywalker, and they more,
General.
yeah. I mean, that was nice. I will say I enjoy that because I like terrible puns and shit. But with in the Lego special, they kind of altered it where it's more leveled out. Where I was like, I enjoy this character.
More leveled out. He was crying the whole time.
I mean, not necessarily that, but like it was. I don't know. I enjoyed this character switch up for him. Out of I guess all the, well,
Sure.
I like his. I like the one in The Force Awakens.
The Poe
Because
we got in Force Awakens.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it was kind of like a good start, kind of like, okay, yeah, we have this, semi-rebel kind of Han Solo type, but also like ready to fight actual like with the rebellion instead of being like, yeah, no, I've been paid by.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. They just go. I love. It was cool hearing James Arnold Taylor do Episode 1 Obi-Wan
Yeah,
rather than Clone Wars Obi-Wan or Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan. And I'm trying to do the younger voice. Boring.
I I enjoyed like all the little cameos, like Chewbacca's family. I
Chewbacca's
mean,
family, they're
I
all
guess
back.
I guess if you're gonna have
Whole
a
fam's back.
Life Day special again,
Yeah.
you have to have Chewbacca's family. But like, I don't know, I thought they did pretty well with this. The the little droid that they use for a disco ball is a first order uh droid, kind of like
BB.
BB-8,
Yeah, BB unit.
which because he's it's that actual droid that notices BB-8 in the trash can, like, hey, something's not
All
right with
right.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, and they got Billy D coming in with Max Rebo. Max Rebo.
And then all the planet cameos or the different places that they went throughout Star
Yeah.
Wars, starting because I wrote them all down because I wanted to know where all they went. They
Oh,
did
like each place they teleported
yeah.
to?
So Hoth Mustafar, they did a scene in Mando. I think that was season 1's finale.
No, that was the first episode. Where he's with
Was that
the
the first
yeah, where he's with the
episode?
droid. Yeah, it was like him
But
getting
he
the
had
baby.
But he had Baby Yoda not in the like carrier, and
I don't think he was in the
the
Legos.
IG unit was fighting with him.
Yeah, it's the first episode.
Was that the first
It's before
episode?
he even
But
meets
there were
him.
stormtroopers there.
Oh, were they fighting
Yeah,
stormtroopers? I thought they were just fighting the pirate guys.
no, they were fighting stormtroopers
Oh,
because a few
okay,
of the
never mind.
stormtroopers go through the portal with them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then they go to the episode 1 pod races,
I love
uh,
that.
and then you get a nice little comedic relief scene with the clone
The
troopers.
clones, yeah, I didn't know where that was though. I don't think they
I
really.
don't know
It
where
was
that
just
was
some
either.
random
I mean,
place they teleported to.
I don't think it was a part of the
Yeah.
the show, but then they do a Rise of Skywalker and end on A New Hope and just
Right.
like go off from there.
We got milk drinking Luke,
Yeah,
who saves the fucking day. Really,
yeah.
the whole thing.
Teaching Ray finally.
Oh yeah, what did she say at the very end? Like,
Thanks
you
for
actually
teaching me.
taught me something.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
And then what else? I mean, like they I'll give them credit where they have more comedic freedom. One, because it's animated, and two, it's Lego. All
Yeah,
Lego movies aren't,
it was just a kids
yeah,
family
aren't
fun
really
thing,
supposed to
you
be
know.
taken like too seriously. But I thought they did. I liked a lot of the stuff, like how they did a lot of the fight scenes, even, and just throwing in. I mean, we got to see another Jedi temple, which is kind of a rarity throughout the series so far.
That's true. Yeah, don't see a whole lot of those except for the animated. You get all the old ones and the Rebels, and we were talking earlier. We couldn't remember if there were any
In
throughout the
Clone
Clone Wars
Wars,
series. There's a Sith
I mean,
temple
is there a temple?
when the Darth Bane episode with Yoda, doesn't he go to a temple? It's been so
Oh
long since
man,
I've seen that. We
I
should rewatch some of season 6.
I
That'd be
remember some
fun.
of the Yoda stuff. I remember it getting really. I mean, I'll say this: in the Clone Wars, uh, after about episode 4, they start to like branch out and get kind of real crazy with the whole Force and like the Sith and ancient Jedi's and all that, which is dope, 100%, because it gives you so much lore background that you can now use as canon.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I've covered most of what I had for Star Wars special.
let's see what
Uh,
else. I wrote down a couple other things that I like.
I did like
Oh,
the
the trench mistake
yeah
when
the
they
trench
had
mistake. Uh,
when they blew up the Death Star and they flew away from it, and it shows for 2 seconds before Rey teleports back. They're still in the
yeah,
trench in the background.
right after the Death Star explodes, um, and then there you see the shot of Rey and Luke in the cockpit.
Yeah,
And if you look in, I will say the upper left corner. Yeah, I didn't notice it until Tom pointed it out, where you can actually see the trench still going through, and then
yeah, just
hard
flying.
cuts. It hard cuts to just space background, and then she
Yeah,
teleports away. Which I I don't know also if this was intentional, but a lot of them don't really have like footprints in the snow.
yeah.
Uh, up until the scene
At the
where,
end, when the snow comes on
well,
Kashyyyk, there's BB-8 was rolling
even
around in it.
still there, right when BB-8 hits the snow and makes that indent, they then have like actual indents in snow, but everything even after that has no more indents.
Yeah,
All
and
the
in the sand either.
yeah.
It was yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
It
insignificant really, but it
yeah,
was just something we pointed
little nice
noticed.
little things, whatever.
The biggest intergalactic. This is what I wrote down. The biggest intergalactic disaster since Jar Jar being Senate speech. I just thought that
Yeah,
line was so funny.
man, there's a couple just hard rips at like
I feel
just
so bad for him.
Star Wars in
Oh
general.
man, Jar
Like
Jar.
one of the things that always stuck out was Han talking to the other Han about shooting first.
Guta Guta. Solos? That's just hilarious. Oh, and the whole when Kylo Ren's talking to Palpatine saying what happened, he's like, and
Oh
then you get
yeah,
thrown down a reactor shaft, and there's no coming back from that.
and then just hard looks at the screen.
The only fourth wall break. Besides Yoda, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but like still. Oh, which actually reminds me, I wanted to show you a little clip that this dude who does animations um did a little animation of the ending of Jedi to I guess it would be the Rise of Skywalker, where you see Palpatine on the throne and all that. Um, also does another uh, did a whole set of cartoons recently. I'm just gonna pull them up right now. So Tom, if you'd like, you can stall for time.
What's the guy's name? Are you trying to find it right now?
Yeah, because I want to say it right.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I like the little animations; they're actually pretty humorous. His main series that he started to do, was about a food truck
Huh?
that's clowns. Also, again, really off topic from Star Wars. Uh,
So what he made an animation of Palpatine through the
Yeah,
years or
there's this
something? What
whole
do you
like
mean?
conversation between Palpatine and Yoda right after Palpatine goes down the uh right here. It's Worth I Kids. It's WORTHIKIDS.
On
And
YouTube?
yeah,
Okay, nice.
literally like you can it's called Palpatine's Journey.
Should I watch it? I'm just gonna watch it. I don't care.
I mean you can watch, sure. I mean shout out to him. And yeah, I'd recommend you watch if anybody watches or listens to us. If you like animation, nice little humorous Star Wars skit. I thought it was pretty funny if you have like an open sense of humor and not get too offended by like Star Wars stuff. I say check them out.
This gives me like Flapjack vibes. Dang, 10 million views.
Yeah. One of the best lines. Death is a concept made up by the Jedi.
36 years later.
Yeah, because Palpatine says 30 years later in the Lego special.
Yeah, exactly 30 years.
Yeah, so a lot of the listeners will just sorry for the silence for a little bit here.
Yeah, sorry,
But
I just wanted to watch that. That
yeah.
was funny.
Yeah.
The top comment is like, this gives more context to him surviving than the actual movie does.
Exactly, right?
That's something at least. That's
I mean,
hilarious.
I like to believe that's what happened because I mean, I guess before going into all this, is there anything really left to cover up
I don't
on
know.
the
Yeah, for the
Lego
holiday special
special?
specifically. Other than that, it was fun.
I like the cameos. Cameos were nice. You got to see Moscow again. Um, Babu Freak.
Babu
Uh,
Freak.
even for that small little moment, even in the Rise of Skywalker, I was like, yeah, I like this character.
Oh yeah, he was the best. He was one of the best things about that movie.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Chewie's family showed up. Yoda. Oh, can't forget Honor of Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, Force Ghost,
Oh
Luke,
yeah, at the
Force
end of
Ghost.
it.
Which I kind of bummed now that it's not canon because if Luke taught Leia how to be a Force Ghost,
She's Force Ghost at the end of Skywalker.
is she?
Yeah, you see her.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
guess you
you
do.
do.
Yeah, on
It's that like
Tatooine.
same exact shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on Tatooine. Well, I mean, still that's cool though. Like,
yeah.
so that's nice because I don't know if you want to go into the whole thing of Force Ghost, which I guess we can nice transition into the
Yeah, sure.
second half of it. Spark up a joint.
Yeah. 20 minutes in, 23 minutes.
Yeah, we covered about everything.
Spark up a J, start talking about Force Ghosts.
Yeah, covered about everything for the holiday special. I mean, overall, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. But I'm also like a Lego fan.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched any of the other Lego specials or anything. That's the only one I
mean,
was
the Lego
interested
movie
in.
was okay. I'll say. I never
specifically
watched,
for Star Wars, all those specials on Disney Plus. I haven't watched those.
I haven't watched any of those either. I just like a lot of this Lego Star Wars set. Like I just got General Grievous's ship, which
Nice.
I've always wanted a Lego figure of General Grievous.
Yeah.
Because General Grievous is straight savage. I love his character. I'll say this 100%. I actually just ordered, like I told you earlier, Vader's Castle as a Lego set.
You know we love Vader's Castle over here.
Oh yeah. Shit, that was actually one of the reference pictures I used to help with the concept design of the
The profile you're making
logo
right now?
I'm
Yeah.
working on.
Nice.
Guess we'll
Alrighty.
And so with that, let's see, I have two Y wings. I have an
Oh,
A
nice.
wing that
Sick. I think Trevor has an A-wing also here.
with blue stripes.
I can't remember. I only saw it like once.
So this is, I mean, okay, so there's two different A wings, or is it A wing? It's not an A wing. It's a Where's my phone? Um, it's I looked it up and I couldn't really find it anymore because like I wanted to find it again at a store or whatever. It's like a uh it's one of the Rebels U or V wings. Uh
U wings.
and I couldn't find it anymore. And it seems like it's out of production?
It's not just the. You're not talking about the A-wing, the like arrow pointed, thick A-wing.
No, where it has some red because this has like blue stripes on it.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it was one of the first ones that I got right here. Yeah, it's the Rebels U wing.
Oh, okay. Let me see a picture
That's
of that baby. Yeah.
that's what the U wing looks like, and so it was one of the first
Whoa.
like big or one of the Lego sets that I got when I started to actually get a lot of Lego
That's
sets.
cool. What the heck? The U-wing.
Yeah, and
When do we see that pop up?
I'm not too sure, but it's it's one of my more favorite ones I have, and I don't know why I can't really find it anymore. It seems like it's harder to get. Uh, and then let's see what else. I got the first order TIE fighter.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, that was pretty good.
I do love the TIE fighters and
Oh yeah,
the
no.
sequels and stuff with the two pilot seats and the sort of red tinted stuff. It looks like here that there was a U fighter in Rogue One.
That actually might be where it's from then. Uh,
Maybe it was from like animations and stuff back because that toy you had looked really old.
is
So it
it?
must have been around
Well,
that
no,
you
it
were showing
wasn't a
pictures
toy
of.
because well, I guess I should put.
I'm sure it's something that's been around for a long time.
So that's the Lego set that I have. Where, like I said at the beginning, I'm a big Lego fan. I'm like
$224.
what?
That's what it says
Where on eBay?
on Amazon
Fuck
for the
that!
set. That's insane.
What is that?
Legos are
Okay,
spendy, bro.
first off, okay, I'll say $80 is more reasonable because
For
as
the
much
completed one on eBay.
I mean just from Target. Because I'll say this, like Legos aren't cheap.
Yeah,
They're inexpensive. If anybody builds or plays with Legos, they're not a cheap hobby to have. And so about yeah, so it's a retired product. I don't know why the fuck it's a retired product because it's fucking badass. But
yeah, it must be why it's so expensive then.
about $80 is I can see being reasonable because my General Grievous ship was $70. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but hey, I'm not gonna stop because I love Legos. And oh, what else? So I got two Y wings, a U wing,
Nice.
Grievous's ship, and then I got a TIE fighter. Uh, I have a Volkswagen bus, like the camping bus.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty dope. I was super happy to build that. That was one I wanted for a while. Then I have the Yellow Submarine for any Beatles fans who may ever listen to us.
There's a Yellow Submarine Lego set.
Oh yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, it has all the Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Even has the Nowhere Man, Jeremy, Food, Hillary, whatever you like to call him, has the whole submarine inside and all that. Really fun build.
Hmm.
I just ordered, like I said earlier, the Vader's Castle. I had a very hard debate the other day about, actually, like yesterday, uh, to date this video. It is Sunday, January 31st, so yesterday would be Saturday, about getting either the Millennium Falcon or the AT-AT. And if we ever
Millennium
get
Falcon.
comments on this and you would like to suggest which one I should get first, whether the AT-AT or the Millennium Falcon, which is a hard decision, they cost the same.
How much?
They were $160.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I said, Legos aren't cheap.
Yeah.
But they're so much fun. And especially Star Wars Legos. They do so well. They did what I really want has been my goal from the very first time I saw it, was the Lego Death Star. Both of them technically, because there's the one that's more like easily to come by, that's kind of like the Death Star 2, where you see more of the inside of it. Then they had the, I think it was like an anniversary edition, where it costs about, I think, almost $1,000. It's either $900 or $1,000, and it is the full Death Star, like actual full Death Star.
That's
and
so tight.
I think you can only probably get it at Lego World, if anything. This is just turning into a Lego conversation.
Yeah. That's okay. It's still on topic, right?
I mean, yeah, it's still Star Wars and all that. But let's see. We're like, with the start of it, I guess it was going into Force Ghosts.
Yeah, we were going to talk about Force Ghosts.
Going back to the original topic, anybody who enjoyed or tolerated me blabbing about Legos, Force Ghosts, which is actually a really interesting light side power, because it's mainly a light side thing.
Right, yeah. I mean, there are the Sith, there's Bane. And there's like,
but then there's just the Sith who are just like so full of hatred and anger that they manifest.
And aren't they like bound to one spot or an object or something like some Harry Potter shit?
Well, because you have, it wasn't Darth Bane, but there was one Sith, I don't think he's in canon, he might be, who literally his physical body would not die because he had that much dark side, where he would be dismembered and just like decaying, but he wouldn't die because he's just.
This sounds like oh man, I forgot his name from KOTOR 2. I'm playing it right now.
Yeah,
that guy
he's in KOTOR 2.
The guy who's all cut up and just keeping himself together. Yeah,
and the other Sith in KOTOR 2, who literally just is a manifestation
right?
of which one?
Is it Darth Sion? Is that his name? The dude with the mask that's just like force energy.
Yeah, he's literally just dark side energy. Yeah. And he can eat a planet, which is pretty fucking metal, if I do say so myself. But like, there's a difference between how the Sith can project themselves throughout death and how the Jedi actually do it. Because the Jedi is literally kind of just like the best example would be Force Ghosts, where they're just they're ghosts of their former self. Just, shown
living in an ethereal plane.
Yeah, as the Force. Whereas which it started going to the Clone Wars, it started with Qui-Gon visiting basically the Star Wars version of what I would say the Fates, the Muses, where they teach Qui-Gon how to become a Force Ghost. And then he teaches Obi-Wan.
Right,
and Yoda learns from those same people how to become a Force Ghost. Where when Qui-Gon
I thought Qui-Gon taught Yoda.
Qui-Gon told Yoda to go to the planet and talk to them, and then they showed him not only the future and everything that will happen, but also kind of how to become a Force ghost.
Was that season 6 arc, or was that not related?
I really don't know where it was because it's
Huh.
honestly been that long since I've seen all of the Clone Wars, which I'm happy to go through it again because even it's kind of changed my perception on the Clone Wars because even going through the first season, I was like, this is a bit more intense than I remember.
Yeah.
Because I thought the first season was kind of like, kind of more level for all audiences. But,
There's definitely still some cool stuff in
I
there,
mean, there's
yeah.
some intense stuff in there. There's like, you see, like, just mass murders, fucking hostage situations, shit getting out of hand. I'm like, this is a pretty intense for just the start of the show. And then season 2 just continues with it. Just
Yeah.
continues to ramp up. I'm like, on season 9 or 10, or not season, fuck, episode 9 or 10 of
Season
season
2.
2.
I remember season 1 and 2 really well, and 7 obviously. It's been a long time though since I've seen like 3 through. Like honestly, even The Mandalorian coming out now, it's made me want to go back and watch Rebels and Clone Wars, more so specifically the Mandalorian stuff. Just like any episode that has to do with the Mandalorians and Death
Yeah,
Watch and Pre Vizsla. I always
yeah.
liked it before a lot. I always thought it was really cool,
No,
but now that feels like that just relates directly to the
well,
Mandalorian and
because it does,
gives you so
especially
much
with,
information on the people and stuff that you wouldn't normally
especially
have if you
with,
just watch Mandalorian.
Bo-Katan coming in.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
Bo-Katan is a major character in Death Watch and outside of Death Watch from the Clone Wars going into Rebels and now
Hmm.
into the Mandalorian. And
Yeah,
so I would I would recommend rewatching them. Like, I'm I'm probably going to watch the other Star Wars animated one that came out after Rebels. Uh,
oh, Resistance.
yeah,
I think that's just really I like. I don't know how much kind of profound Star Wars stuff though is like in it. I
yeah.
think a lot of it's just sort of like the
The first.
childish kind of missions and
Yeah,
running around.
I'll give it a shot,
Could be
especially
fun.
going through all
Who
of
knows?
them. I want to kind of because what that's when does that take place? That's
Like like 5. I'm not really sure. Sometime before Force Awakens. Sometime
okay.
not too.
So
Because
then
Poe's kind of like in the same position in a
So then
similar
the
age. So
resistance is just starting to come up and
I
all
would
that.
guess, yeah. I really don't know much about it. I just know that Poe Dameron's in it.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, huh. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'll give it a shot and I mean, I don't know how many seasons it is.
I think it's 2.
If it's 2,
And I don't know if they're making any more. I don't know if it got canceled or not.
I'll definitely give it a shot. See how like season 1 is. I'll go through season 1
Yeah.
and
Report
see how
back.
that goes.
We get this inside scoop from Jace on
I
season
mean,
1 of
yeah. I mean,
'Resistance.
'cause I'm pretty okay with a lot of things. I could say like I can enjoy a lot of things more than I would say the normal people who like to be critics about stuff.
Sure, yeah.
So, like, I'll definitely give it a shot, see how it plays out. If I like if I like more than the first few episodes, uh and if I make it through the whole season, whole first season, if I find it enjoyable, then I'll probably watch the second season and give my honest opinion about it. But if it is more like real childish, because Adventure Time started off fucking real childish. Like the whole first few seasons of Adventure Time, and then it just takes a
Yeah.
hard cut and gets real. Like too real
Yeah,
sometimes.
there's some really strange episodes of that show.
I mean, I watched it all the way through the season finale, or
Yeah.
the series finale, which was pretty great. I enjoyed the series finale of it, but like with uh, reverting back to original topic, teaching people how to become Force ghosts. What was it? It was after Obi-Wan, didn't he teach Luke?
I would assume so.
Yeah, okay.
I would assume at some point
'Cause I feel
he
like,
either learned from the text,
I mean,
or wait, wasn't Qui-Gon like the first Jedi to learn how to do it though?
yeah, because Qui-Gon learned from like the Force deities
Right, right, right.
that had all the different faces.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which I really like that episode because
The
like it,
Wills? Isn't
yeah,
that the
the Wills,
Wills?
yeah, the
Yeah,
Wills.
yeah.
Uh, because I really enjoyed where it gave it more of the because I like the whole old school opera type of different expressional masks
Yeah.
where they had all of those around, and I thought that was really cool because they weren't specifically light or dark side because they were the wills of the force.
They were like every aspect of
Yeah,
every emotion. It was
and
really interesting. The Clone Wars
yeah.
does some really
Well,
interesting
again,
stuff.
starting out of season 4, that's where it really starts to cut off, and that's where you start to see the
Isn't
father
like
and the sister.
isn't that in like season 2?
No,
Is it
that
not all the way until season 4 when they go and they lose their
because
memory? I
season
remember it
3.
being kind of early.
I mean, that's why I say season 4 because that's where season 4 is when you really start to see them go. That's when I believe that's when you first see them go to the alternate dimension where you meet the father, the
Yeah.
son, and the daughter.
That's such a like ballsy move too, to like put
Yeah,
that in Star Wars. I mean, it was George Lucas approved, so
I mean,
it's so cool. Like these
yeah.
deities, basically
Well,
like some Guardians of the Galaxies type
well,
like
because
deity gods.
if you go to some legend stuff, there was the original Sith and the original Jedi where they were
The
on two
Jedi.
separate planets. There was one whole light side planet and there was one whole dark side planet. And so it wasn't until both of them started to fight on one of the moons in between, or it might have been one of the moons. I could totally be wrong, but they started to
I
collide
assume
with
this
each
is like
other.
before lightsabers and stuff,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, it's
this was
just like
pre lightsaber.
straight wizards
Yeah,
talking.
there
Yeah.
was the whole light side planet and the whole dark side planet, and those were the start of it. That was the whole Sith and Jedi.
Yeah.
And then you have the actual canon stuff where you have the father, the sister, and the son, which uh, I was watching a video on one of the canon characters that you don't really see. I can't remember her name, but Star Wars Theory, shout out to him by the way, uh, did a video on her where she was basically the mother for the son and the daughter, whereas
Oh.
with her story, she did the same thing as the son did, where the son drank the force water, whereas the daughter bathed in it. And with bathing in it gave her the light side attributes, but drinking it gave her the dark side attributes. Which I thought was really interesting because not only just one
Huh.
person, but she also did it too. So that means specifically drinking the water, it's the difference in how you get the, I guess, quote, enlightenment and state for the Jedi or Sith
Yeah.
is drinking or bathing in it.
Dude. I mean, this is a good conversation. We should, so I was just thinking we should watch for like future, I think for next week, honestly, we should watch the Mortis arc,
Yeah.
and then we should watch also the arc with Yoda in season 6, where he sees the faces,
Yeah.
and we should talk about that next week. I think that could be really cool.
I mean, because I guess both of them together would probably hold some information like connecting each other.
Yeah,
a
I just
little
want to
bit.
talk about that. Like, I want to rewatch it again because I don't remember it. I just remember it being really crazy. I don't remember it perfectly.
Yeah,
Like, I don't exactly remember them drinking like force water and stuff.
Well, they didn't
But I
drink.
remember
They
like
didn't drink the water or anything. But that's the story that is told between them, is how the daughter became the representation of the light side of the force was
oh,
she bathed in the specific water on that planet, whereas the son drank the water. So
okay.
and so that's kind of how it separates them. And I'll just say this: technically, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, if Anakin took over and just watched over the two children, none of the other movies would ever exist. Just saying.
That's what I kind of want to talk. Like, did he like change fate, destiny by doing that,
Well,
or was it
because
always
the
supposed to go
father
down that
wanted
way?
him to take over. The father specifically said, because even the father said that he was basically born of the Force, and
Right.
he was the next one to be in charge to watch over both the children so that they don't basically kill each other. But
He's like
Anakin was
freaking.
like,
He's
"Yeah,
like Star
no,
Killer, or not Star Killer, Star Lord.
Star Lord. Who's Star Lord?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
Chris Pratt.
yeah,
He's like a deity, a
yeah.
demigod.
No, he basically is a demigod.
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
because his dad is basically a god,
Hmm.
and but like so so Obi-Wan teaches Luke how to be a Force ghost. And
I would
then
assume probably Obi-Wan and Yoda together
yeah, and then I really like how Luke teaches Leia.
in that flashback from
Uh well, even just
Rise
at
of
the
Skywalker. How does he
well,
teach
I
her?
mean, I guess yeah, there is the flashback where you see a little bit of
Yeah, they
Leia's
did some
training,
training, yeah,
which
for
I
sure.
really like that because there was the
It
thing.
looked so cool too.
Yeah.
Like the deep fake looked so good in that dark lighting with
I
the
mean, if
lightsaber glows.
like another thing that they've pulled from Legends is that in Legends, Luke did train Leia. She
Right.
got, she wasn't just ignorant to learning how to be a Jedi. She actually got
That's why
training
I was
from
always
Luke.
okay with that one scene
Yeah,
in when she Mary Poppins out of there. I thought it looked dumb.
I
But I
mean,
was always
okay,
like
it
I
was a
accepted
little
it
goofy,
completely.
but
Yeah.
like, yeah, knowing that, like, yeah,
I
sure,
had no that was
Leia.
like one nitpick that people point out a lot that I just
I
had no
mean,
problems with. Oh
if you
god.
really
Jace
want
does
to,
the big sigh like
if you really want to, yeah, I know. If you really want to get into it, then there's a whole fucking shattered cockpit of Ezra and Thrawn going into hyperspace.
there's Plo Koon in that one
Thrawn's still
episode of Clone
technically
Wars.
alive, canon, canonically. He is
Dude,
alive.
oh my god.
Thrawn survived
That's what. Do
because
you think
they
that's what it's all building
hard
up to? Do
name dropped
you think
the
that's what
Mandalorian.
all Mandalorian, all these other shows are going to lead up to?
It's just Thrawn
Just
taking
Thrawn,
over.
the Boba Fett show.
Thrawn's the new Emperor Palpatine.
He's like the one. Do you think all roads lead to the First Order? Do you think all roads of Mandalorian
You
and
know,
these shows lead to, or do
I
you think
I
it'll
was thinking
diverge?
about that at one point, seeing if they would tie it into the whole First Order and everything, but like I don't know, you've had enough of the criminal underground where it could be completely different or completely untouched by the main
Events of
stories.
yeah.
Like, because there's a whole, you can go into the whole shit, Mandalorians.
I'm excited to see Mandalore live
Yeah,
action.
yeah, I want.
Planet, yeah.
Yeah, I brought this
Big
up
domes.
once before to you. Is seeing actually Mandalore. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have now Mandalore has the big domes, but I wonder if you think they would do any flashbacks of pre-Mandalore with the actual trees and everything. Maybe even a mythosaur.
I mean, I think they would if there was like a good reason for it to film that kind of stuff. It'd be cool to see.
It would be really nice to see a mythosaur
Maybe he has some sort of vision or something.
like old Republic Mandalorians
Maybe I
taking
mean,
down a
if
mythosaur.
Jin Darn does end up being force sensitive, what if he goes to
I mean,
Mandalore and
true.
fucking speaks to the 10,000-year-old Mandalorian Jedi somehow through the
I
Force?
mean, well, because now he's technically like by the warrior code, he is technically the ruler of Mandalore. Which, pointing out, all Bo-Katan has to do is defeat him. Nothing says she has to kill him
That's true.
because he
But she
didn't.
can't do it. It seems like she can't do it in a bullshit way. Like if he
Yeah,
doesn't want to
but
fight and
he,
she does it
but
anyway and
he
takes it, I feel like
didn't
people wouldn't respect
kill.
her.
He didn't kill. Fuck, what's his name? Uh, uh, the Imperial dude, Breaking Bad.
Moff Gideon.
Yeah, he didn't kill Moff Gideon.
Right.
but he did defeat Moff Gideon.
Yeah. That's true. So maybe they could have some kind of duel. And yeah,
Which
he won't care. It's not like he's gonna.
no, he doesn't give a fuck. He literally offered it up. He's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what your rules are for this, but I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. Here you go. It was one of the things when I first saw it. It reminded me of an anime that I like called Afro Samurai, where in the actual series, it's like 5 or 6 episode anime show with one movie, and the actual series with the episodes, one of the people does something that nobody else has throughout the entirety, because the basic premise is there's these 2 headbands. Whoever has the number 1 headband is basically God, and the only person who can fight number 1 is whoever has the number 2 headband.
Okay.
But anybody can fight the person with number 2 and become the next number 2.
This is Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
Sounds
Samuel
dope.
Jackson voices both Afro Samurai and Ninja Ninja.
Really?
Great anime, phenomenal, really done well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, dude.
Lucy Liu's in the movie, actually. She plays the voice actress for the main female protagonist. Lucy Liu does a great job. Awesome anime, just overall.
That's
Highly
awesome.
recommend it. So one of the people simply presents an offering of tea and dumplings and asks for the headband. Throughout the entirety of the show, throughout the entirety of the movie, and even the original comic book, that or manga, I guess, of the person who made it, this is the only dude who actually just simply asked for it. And there's no rules against that. You don't have to fight him. You don't have to die for this. Everybody just chooses to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, can I just have the headband? And Afro just walks on by. There you go. That's it. And it's the same thing with the Mandalorian. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you can have this.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. He didn't kill Moff Gideon because Bo-Katan even said, Moff Gideon is for her. But he didn't know, like, if he kicked the shit out of him, he'd get the Darksaber.
Yeah, shit just went down, bro. It was all happening so fast. He just cared about his little baby Grogu.
Awesome fight scene, by the way.
So good. I mean, it's easy to go on about the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
Like I was just thinking while you were talking, how big of a role do you think Boba Fett is gonna have in the retaking of Mandalore? Any?
Well, see, that's the tricky thing.
Because he seemed like he didn't give a fuck.
Well, of
about
course.
that.
Well, I mean, well,
why would he?
what does Boba Fett know of Jango Fett's dealing with Mandalore?
I would think a lot in when it shows like his armor code. We should look at it later. You can look at a picture of everything translated, and it has some stuff about Jango, and then like Jango's like the person that trained Jango, and Jango's father.
It wasn't Pre Vizsla, but Pre Vizsla was, I believe, the original ruler of Death Watch. Is the other guy who's going against Death Watch, who was like starting to make the new reformed Mandalore that you see kind of in the Clone Wars, where they're more diplomatic and all that. With Jango, he was after his family was killed by Death Watch, he was taken in by those new Mandalores. And after seeing his mentor die, he basically kind of becomes the next in command. Which is, I was watching a video on it, and I haven't finished it, but I do know in Legends, I will say, by default, and if you're not only going by the rule of how the lineage goes, but also with whoever wields the Darksaber rules Mandalore. Jango Fett should technically be the ruler of Mandalore, and then that would make Boba Fett the rightful heir. But with that means Jango Fett died by the hands of Mace Windu. Mace Windu would technically be the next ruler for Mandalore, but Mace Windu got defeated by Palpatine. And not only did Palpatine
Stop.
defeat the next ruler of Mandalore, he also got the Darksaber from Maul.
Yeah.
Technically still being the ruler if you're going by the rules of the Darksaber
So
of Mandalore.
by succession,
Succession, yeah.
Rey
Is the ruler
is
of
the
Mandalore.
rightful ruler of Mandalore.
Because she killed Palpatine.
And on that note, I think that's how you end a perfect episode.
Yeah, I guess we'll just end it there.
Rey
Should work good.
Rey is the ruler of Mandalore.
Yeah, official.
This is where all roads lead.
Official canon. This is how it's gonna be.
All right. Oh man.
Thank you for tuning in to the second episode. And
Yeah,
may the
thanks
Force
for
be with
listening,
you,
guys.
folks. Peace.
Deuces.